What's going on, everybody? The time is here. Reality has set in. Adam Thielen is no longer a member of the Minnesota Vikings. Let that sit in for a second. You know, a decade, maybe 15 years from now, Adam Thielen will have a 30 for 30 on ESPN telling the story about how he grew up in Minnesota idolizing Chris Carter and Randy Moss, and then wasn't offered a scholarship and had to play Minnesota State Mankato. Then didn't get drafted, tried out for the Minnesota Vikings, and actually caught on. Probably be a sub note in there about how Mike Zimmer didn't play him at wide receiver for the first 2.5, 3 years of his career. But sans all that, from 2016 on, Adam Thielen absolutely is definitely, a top 10 wide receiver in Viking history, and that's nothing to sneeze at. You got your guys in Randy Moss, Chris Carter, and Anthony Carter up at the top. We have to adjust for the era and not have too much recency bias. So you got to talk about guys like Ahmad Rashad, Sammy White. That's definitely my top 5. I'll put Jake Reed there, but after that, you got your new generation of Thielen, Diggs, and Justin Jefferson. Can't just look at the fact that he's number 4 in yardage. Again, we got to adjust for the errors. But my point is this. Adam Thielen, he will be cemented in Minnesota folklore. See, that's why I wore this hat today. I'm not just wearing the Vikings gear. I'm also wearing the Minnesota gear. He will be cemented with names like Lindsey Whalen, Kevin McHale, and Joe Mauer. If there's a Minnesota Hall of Fame, Adam Thielen, Lindsey Whalen, Kevin McHale, and Joe Mauer, they are the 4 Norsemen of Minnesota athletes who went on and did something in the professional ranks. Simple fact is, it was time. Adam Thielen was just like, I want to go somewhere where I can still be this, this, and this. Adam, you got 100 targets last year. Yeah, you were the 2nd or 3rd target, particularly after TJ Hawkinson got here. You weren't going to be the 1B to Justin Jefferson the way you were to Stephon Diggs. Not with where you're at career-wise, and that's okay. But as an athlete, sometimes you don't want to admit that you might not have it anymore. Heck, Jordan had to retire how many times before he finally hung it up? Not saying Adam Thielen's Jordan, but I get the mindset of just not wanting to believe that you don't still have something. Now, by making this move now, the Vikings saved $6.5 million in salary cap space, but they did eat a dead salary cap hit of $13.5, which was actually the right move too. Yes, you could have spread out $7 more million of that salary cap into next year's hit if you had post June 1st designated him, but you wouldn't have been able to spend any of the money that you saved until June 1st, which means during that first wave of free agency, you wouldn't have access to this money. Using this money to get under the salary cap now would not have been available. Yeah, 13.5 is a lot of dead money, but Adam Thielen at this point was going to be at best the 3rd option, if not the 4th option, depending on if you get another number 2 wide receiver in here that would have gotten more targets than him or been looked at more than him. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. Adam Thielen had an outstanding career with the Minnesota Vikings. He will be put in the Ring of Honor with all those other names that I mentioned earlier, along with Eric Kendricks. But at the end of the day, this is the right move. We wish you nothing but the best, Adam. We thank you for the wonderful memories. And we will support you and look at you from afar like we did Kevin Garnett. Unless, of course, it's with the Green Bay Packers. And in that case, we're all done with you. I don't care if it's anybody else. It could be the Chicago Bears. It could be the Detroit Lions. Could be the Dallas Cowboys. Anybody but Green Bay. You go to Green Bay, I'm going to come back with another video and said I take back everything nice I said about you today. I'm just kidding. No, we won't. We love you, Adam. Thank you so much for the memories. Viking fans, sad day, but at the end of it, it was necessary. But you know what? Adam Thielen's going to be okay. The Vikings are going to be okay, and we as fans are going to be okay too. Thank you kindly for joining me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Put your comments in, good, bad, or indifferent. Tell me what you're thinking. Was this the right move? Is there a way that the Vikings could have assured Adam Thielen that he would have still had a significant role to where he would have been happy here? Or is it just the reality of the situation? Thanks for joining. Have a great rest of your day. Skol. To the next episode.